Hi, I'm Andrea Curtis. I'm going to be talking to you today about Sigmund Freud. He was born in 1856 and died in 1939. He was the first of his father's third wife. His father was 40 and his mother was 20 at the time of his birth, and it's unknown if he was born in March or May, and there's a few theories of why there's a discrepancy there, but many believe it was because his mother was pregnant before she married his father. Freud and his mom had a very close relationship, which could explain some of the theories that he believed. His mother thought very highly of him, and even from an early age, his intellectual abilities were highly praised. He was the only one in his very large family of 8 to 10 siblings, depending on who was living there at the time. He was the only one to get his own room. She even brought meals to his room and just kind of served him like a king. He graduated high school early at the head of his class. After reading Darwin's theory of evolution, he changed his area of study from law and politics and enrolled in medical school. He got his medical degree in 1881. And he studied in Vienna with Dr. Theodor Maynard, a brain anatomist, and Freud soon became an expert himself at diagnosing various types of brain damage. In 1884, Freud started using cocaine. He almost didn't because his junkie friend told him it was only going to be 13 cents a gram, and it ended up being $1.27 a gram. Just kidding, he actually got it from a pharmacy. But it was a way higher than he thought it was going to be, and he was almost not going to do it, but then he did. He inquired because he found out that the military had been using cocaine on their soldiers to enhance in energy and endurance. When he started using, he found out it got rid of his depression and it cured his indigestion. It helped him work and had no negative side effects. He liked it so much, he gave it to his sister, his friends, his colleagues, and his patients. This made him feel like a real doctor. Freud published 6 articles about how great cocaine was, but within a few years, eventually, he found out he knew about cocaine, and everything he knew about cocaine had been proven false. As a student, Freud gave credit to Dr. Joseph Breuer for psychoanalysis. He stated that he was a student and Dr. Breuer made the first application of psychoanalysis to a young woman named Anna O. There's so much to talk about Freud, but these videos have to be small, so I had to kind of chunk down. So I'll try to focus on kind of some of the things that probably everybody else won't focus on. Freud really felt like in order to psychoanalyze others, he needed to do it to himself. He analyzed dreams because you really can't do all of the psychoanalysis on yourself. He said that you can if you can properly analyze dreams and hysteria symptoms, you can get to the root of your problems. Freud called the tendency for young males to desire their mothers and be jealous of their fathers the Oedipus complex, after the Greek play that was written by Sophocles, in which he killed his father so that he could be with his mother. In 1909, Freud came to the U.S. and gave several lectures. He was worried, though, that the U.S. had a lay enthusiasm for his hard work. Despite this, psychoanalysis began to grow very rapidly. Freud's theory of personality is pretty detailed, so here are some kind of, just to touch on the vocab, and hopefully you guys will go and look more into it. There is the id, the ego, and the superego, anxiety and ego defense mechanisms, psychosexual stages of development, which are the oral stage, the anal stage, the phallic stage, latency phase, and the genital stage. In his later years of life, psychoanalysis was labeled a Jewish science, and Nazis destroyed his personal library. Again, there's a lot more that Freud did, but we're out of time. So please go look at it because it's all really interesting, really fascinating, and fun to learn about. Thanks.